And then Thorin and company pop out.
Yeah, they join the battle, and there
was more fighting. More Dane, which I am always happy about.
Of course, yes.
I'm still sad that the war pig dies.
Yeah. But, there's...
But the ram pulled carriage, war wagon. Ugh.
Ram-pulled carriage with blades on its wheels and a
heavy repeating
crossbow turret thing that makes no sense. They ride into battle with like 4 people.
They need to get to Raven Hill to fight Azog.
They got like 4 people on this thing, and there's like just what feels like 20 minutes of them just riding forward into the orcs and just shredding them into bits.
And it just keeps getting worse because like we see the blade like it started, and then like as they rode away, I'm like, oh no, there are blades on those wheels. Are they gonna fucking chariot these guys?
Yeah.
And, like, they run over a couple people with the orcs. I'm like, oh, God, that's bad. And then they fight some riders. They beat the shit out of them. Everything is fine. Then they get to, like, this natural ramp where there are 8 trolls waiting on the other side. Yeah. Jump the ramp, decapitate all of them.
Yeah.
With the blades, blood spewing everywhere. Because there's no blood beforehand.
Not really.
There was not a drop of blood. And then this scene happens, and it has all the goddamn blood.
Just has so much.
Just
everywhere.
Keeps coming. And,
it's like the Energizer Bunny from hell. It just keeps going.
The Hellerginer Bunny.
Yeah.
And so, like, the scene feels like it just keeps going. And there is just such a fucking adrenaline rush from this.
Yeah.
That we were tired before this movie happened.
Yeah.
And after it, I stayed up. Yeah. I stayed up till, like, fucking 11 o'clock that night. Jesus. After everything.
I went to bed when I got home.
Yeah. Yeah, I played D&D.
Yeah.
Afterwards, because I was still moderately awake enough.
Yeah.
And so like they keep going, and then they get to this block of ice, and like they're on the frozen over river, and there's still like all these other things. Like the other dwarves are having their own adventures of wackadoo.
Yeah.
Like there are these trolls that have no arms or legs, but they just have like spiked maces for legs and giant flails for arms that people are riding. Yeah. And Ori happens to take one over and starts wrecking through shit with them.
Yeah.
And they come across a troll that's in the river that makes a bridge for the other orcs. They use the crossbow to shoot him down and use him as a bridge over the frozen part of the river.
Yeah.
And then there's another troll that shows up and is chasing them. Ori comes to save the day with his blinded troll, because these things are blinded and have the hooks like into their eyes to control them by pulling on it.
Yeah.
That's hard to watch in itself. But then there's fucking kaiju fight with trolls.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Like this scene keeps getting better and better and better. And then there's like a bunch of ward riders that start like finally got the idea to take out the rams. So they start fighting them and taking out the rams. And Balin is on there, and he's like, "You guys take the rams. I'll give you some cover fire."
And then Balin starts his turret sequence, and then we get back to what's in the theatrical version.
But first, remember Biffer.
Biffer with the axe.
Oh no, Biffer is the one who's riding the troll. Ori is the one who's got the axe in his head.
Oh, okay.
So he's fighting an orc, and he gets disarmed, and so then, in like a fit of slight rage, just goes up and headbutts the orc with the axe head in his own head as the two get stuck, and they can't do anything. Bomber and another dwarf come over and try to pull Ori off of the orc, and they can't do it. It's stuck in both of their heads. And so they finally just get over to like a cliff edge, and they like knock the orc over, and now he's just hanging by the axe. So they have Bomber go over and jump off of the cliff, grab the orc, pull him off,
and it pulls the axe out of his head.
And Bomber comes back. This is the first time that either of them speak in all three movies. He's like, "I got your axe, cousin. I got your axe, cousin. You want me to stick it back in?" And Ori just like sits up with this gaping hole in his head, like this huge. He's like, takes the axe and it's like, "Oh, I can tell you where to stick it," and throws it over his shoulder.
It's so good.
It's so stupid, but it's so fun.
Yeah, it's really fun.
This movie is so much fun.
Yeah.
Like, if I want to watch a good movie,
Yeah.
I'll pop in Lord of the Rings and have a good time. But if I want to watch a fun movie to have in the background while I'm going, Battle of Five Armies is that movie.
Yeah, because it's just
Fucking ridiculous.
really, really good and really, really fun to watch. You know,
And they had a little bit more Bjorn.
just a little bit more beyond.
They had him like riding an eagle, falls off the eagle, turns into a bear, crashes down into the ground, and that was it. In this one, they have precisely like 10 seconds more of him like getting all of these orcs on top of him, and he's just smashing through them all.
Yeah.
Which is accurate, but I kind of really wanted to see him to just crush all of the Gundabad orcs.
Yeah. But the rest of the movie is basically just what you've seen in the theatrical cut.
There were a few more things with Legolas's battle of the Bolg.
Yeah, and there was a little bit more with the funeral at the end.
Yeah,
also.
they had a funeral because I don't think it was in the original movie.
No, it wasn't.
Which was really weird.
Yeah, they had a
really sad funeral.
Nice sad funeral. Bilbo goes back to the Shire after his tearful goodbye, and says goodbye, and then we come back to where we started in the Lord of the Rings, and everything comes full circle,
as we eventually have in this video.
Yeah.
So I think, what do you think? Should we make this a yearly tradition?
Well, you could. Yeah.
But like
towards talk about
Thanksgiving.
it every year.
Well, I mean, like watching this.
Yeah, we could,
doing this every year.
It's like
do this every month.
Yeah. No. I die.
But I think that's the only way to watch them because The Hobbit,
especially watching you can't watch any of the Lord of the Rings movies by themselves. Like any of them.
Yeah.
The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings, you can't watch them by themselves. You have to invest the time to watch all of either of them. And
because they're all one movie. Like Lord of the Rings is one movie. It's just a very, 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 very long movie.
Very, very long movie.
And The Hobbit is a little bit less so, but you'll feel like it's longer because
you're tired by the end of
you are either tired or you won't stop.
Yeah.
You are either an object in rest or an object in constant motion. There is no middle slider.
There are no middle sliders.
But I think where it also shows like where movies have come in the past 10 years.
Oh yeah.
which is a very interesting thing to do, which we're going to have with Star Wars again, because we had the originals, and then the prequels came around, totally different feel throughout it, because it was all CG, but, and now we're going to have another iteration of Star Wars changing the game again, hopefully.
Yeah, because from what it looks like...
Honestly, a return of practical effects.
It looks like there's going to be some practical effects, yeah.
Some. Oh, no. JJ has gone through the roof to make practical effects practical again.
Yeah. Well, I mean...
Which I'm going to love.
It's not going to be all practical effects.
Oh, no, I know.
Because...
But a large majority of it is, actually.
Yeah. No, it's...
Which I love.
It's a lot.
Love.
Like
love the belly of love.
The only people who are doing stuff like that anymore are like
B-movies.
Yeah,
well, independent movies.
George Miller did it with Mad Max a little bit.
Yeah.
And
which that needed to be done.
Chris Nolan did it with Interstellar too. Like he did as much of that without CG as he could. And it was great because of it.
Yeah.
And it's
great.
It's great. But that's our thoughts on all the Lord of the Rings movies.
We are about as tired as we are then.
Yeah.
It is. Because we have, as you can probably tell, we are wearing the same t-shirts throughout the entire videos.
Yeah.
So we've been at this for a while in recording today.
Yeah.
But, so we're getting a bit tired, and this is probably going to be the last video.
Close to it, yeah.
Oh, it's probably the last video tonight. I mean, we could do an update, or we could just show you now, because as we were no,
we'll save it.
Save it.
We'll save it.
I'm tired, Davey.
We'll save it for its own video.
Okay.
It deserves its own video. But
you can do that.
Yeah. That's what we thought of watching all of the Lord of the Rings movies. Would we recommend it to anyone? No. You have to.
We recommend the movies. If you want to do the marathon, you have to be dumb like us.
You have to be ready. You have to prepare yourself.
Yeah, we had to prepare for this because we didn't want to leave the house hardly. And we had to leave the house because people can't drive.
Yeah.
Stephen.
Stephen wasn't even there.
Oh, yeah.
It's Jeffrey.
Jeffrey. Well, his mother won't let him drive is the issue. Yeah. That's not his fault. Yeah. Stephen, however.
Stephen wasn't even there. Anyway, that's our thoughts on Lord of the Rings. If you liked this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe
and comment.
Please comment. Let us know what you think of these videos. Let us know if you like them, you hate them, we should die in a fire. I don't care. We'll read them. We'll cry. It's fine.
We'll probably do all three at the same time.
Yeah.
Because we're witches.
Yeah.
We're witches. We're lich bitches.
Lich bitches. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it to the end of this video, you're the real hero.
to all of these videos.
Yeah, if you made it to the end of all these videos, you are the hero Gotham deserves.
You have done it. Thank you, Mom.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and take it easy.